Welcome back to the Barca Breakdown. I'm Yusuf, and I'm here with my co-host Adam.
Hey guys.
So, as we always ask, please go and subscribe and like to our channel. If you're listening to us on a podcast, go to Barca Breakdown, one word, on YouTube. Or follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Same thing.
Let's get into it, Yus. Copa America and the Euros, right? It's very rare, but today we have some breaking news that apparently the Argentine Interior Minister went on live TV and said, hey, we don't have the conditions to host the Copa America because of the COVID-19 crisis, right?
Womp womp.
Yeah, and so it looks like another country may be up for grabs, which might mean, Yus, the United States is up there. And so if they are, I guarantee Yus and I will do a live vlog of our experience watching the Copa America.
That would be awesome.
Huge news because, as we get into the Copa America and the Euros, obviously we're all looking for Leo Messi. We're trying to see him win a Copa America after two finals lost.
Let's go.
Now he won't have it in his home country, which, could have been a big boost, right? Home teams always seem to get more calls from the refs. They seem to have the fans behind them. And so should be an interesting tournament with a lot of young players coming up in this Argentina team with Messi being the leader. And as we get into the breakdown of our teams, we're going to talk about the first round, right? So for the Copa America, Argentina versus Chile is actually the first game. And it will, showcase, of course, Lionel Messi, but also our new coming signing, Sergio Aguero, who I don't think will start necessarily, but we definitely will see him play some minutes. And then, this is actually the second round of the Copa America, but we have Argentina versus Uruguay. So again, we'll see Leo Messi. We'll also see Araujo coming in use. I don't think Araujo will be a starter. I think, Godin and Jimenez seem to be the top two for Uruguay, but he's another player out there we're looking to see. And then as we get to the Euros, which begin on June 11th, on June 12th, we'll see Denmark versus Finland. We have Braithwaite, of course, starting. And then on June 13th, we have Netherlands, Ukraine. Our boy, Frenkie de Jong, is coming up big. And then again, two new prospective signings, Memphis Depay and Wijnaldum will be playing. On June 14th, we have Spain with the classic Busquets, Alba, and Pedri versus Sweden. And, and again, another prospective signing, Eric Garcia, will be on that Spanish team. And then on June 15th, we have probably the biggest game of the first stage of either tournament, France versus Germany, which will see Griezmann, Dembele, and Lengelet use. And so as we get into those games, who do you want to see come up big, right? I think as Barca fans, this is the international play gives us a chance to just be a fan of a lot of different teams and support our players in any way, shape, or form. But who, Yus, are your players you want to see come up big in the next few months?
100%. Obviously, Messi, Aguero would be great to see just because with the prospect of Aguero coming in, I want to see how they play together just to warm them up. Maybe Aguero won't get much time, but we know Messi. He's going to be playing. He's going to be scoring, I hope. And then second, of course, I want to see Frenkie de Jong play. He's been awesome for us offensively, and I just want to see him make some more magic in the Netherlands, as well as having him play with Depay and Wijnaldum. That would be awesome to see how they're playing together. And then if
little
Wijnaldum
preview
comes,
of
exactly.
Yeah, a little preview of what we might see. And I think the big thing too with Frenkie and the Netherlands is. There's always this. It's been for as long as Frankie's been on the team. There's always this narrative of like how Frenkie plays for the Dutch national team versus how he plays for Barca, and it should be interesting for us to see if we get Frenkie into quote unquote his preferred role that he plays with the Dutch national team, how that differs from Barca this last season, and then again, with Wijnaldum, I mean, there's a very good possibility we'll see Wijnaldum and Frenkie play a lot for Barca next season, and so I totally agree with you. That's going to be very good to see.
Let's not forget Mr. Dembele on the France team. Like I said in a previous video, I'm not sure if he's going to get very much time. But if he gets some time, I'd love to see what he can perform. He's going to be playing with Griezmann and his boy in the back, Lengelet, kind of. We'll see about that.
I think Varane and probably another center back will start ahead of Lengelet. I don't actually expect him after this last season and all the red cards and own goals. I don't expect Lengelet to start. Or Dembele. I think in the 2018 World Cup, we saw Dembele play a little bit in the first game and then not much for the rest. Yeah. And it's going to be really hard with Karim Benzema, Griezmann, and Mbappe for Dembele to get any time. But, we all saw him this season can be electric. And I think him and Mbappe, they seem to be really good friends. And I think they could do really well. I think on my list, of course, guys, I'm a Messi homer. I hope to see Messi do really well. I hope to see him link up with Lautaro Martinez, Di Maria. I just love seeing Messi play for Argentina, even though it brings me and it has brought me so much pain in my life. But that's always good to see. And then, Pedri, right? The young stud getting his call up with Spain after playing for Las Palmas 2 years ago. It's an incredible story. We saw him pretty tired for that last 6 months of the season for Barca. And so I'm hoping he's getting some rest right now and he's going to come out and, show the world that he can be a international team stalwart and play for many years to come. And so it's going to be very exciting to see Pedri. And then, we always like to see Busquets and Jordi Alba play. And I think especially with Sergio Ramos not getting the call up for Spain.
Good.
True. There's a good chance Busquets will be the captain for some of those games. And so, just a little video. This is really our, first go at talking about these teams and who we want to see. So please go in the comments. Let us know who you guys are looking to see play out there. And thank you so much for listening and watching. We will be back after the first games to kind of give you a breakdown of how our players are playing and continue on with any questions or comments you have in the comments.
Thanks, guys.